Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today it is a pregnancy update. I have not done these in a while. I barely uploaded any of my old ones because I miscarried, of course. So this time around I decided to do them every other week. This week will be 3 weeks because I've not done any of them. I just randomly mentioned my symptoms, but I just want to have them in order so later on I can look back on them and see what has been going on. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I will start with 8 weeks. During my 8th week, that was still last year in December between Christmas and New Year's, or after Christmas and New Year's, there we go. The main symptoms that I've noticed were that my breasts got bigger and they were super sore and sometimes itchy and it was really painful. In the mornings, I felt like a teenager. I had acne all over my face, all over my back, right on my chest. And I also smelled so bad every morning. Like sweat, you know, smelly, sweaty, gross smells. That's like, yeah, I basically felt like a teenager. And I've also been really nauseous, especially during the Christmas time and New Year's time when you eat special foods and stuff. I could not eat much. The smells, because my sense of smell is so strong, they grossed me out, and it was just the combination of smelling everything and having to eat some of this stuff. I felt really, really nauseous. It's been really bad. I had pretty bad aversions, like I don't like broccoli anymore. I don't like avocado, which I usually really love, but nope, not in it right now. But since I'm out of breath, that's another symptom. I've been out of breath. My appetite went down, but my thirst increased so much. I have to drink at least 3 liters a day. Otherwise, I am feeling thirsty nonstop and my throat is super dry, and so I have to drink a lot of water. Then in that week, we had a bleeding scare. I mentioned that in one of the videos that we ended up going to the hospital, to the emergency room, because I was bleeding around the same time. I miscarried the last 2 times, and thank goodness the ultrasound came back great. The baby still had a heartbeat, it had grown, and everything looked perfectly fine, and the bleeding came from the outside, so nothing to worry about. That was great to find out that everything was going well, because we just had all these nightmares from the past few times in our heads, and it turned out that nothing was wrong, so I'm really grateful and feel so blessed for that. I've been super tired during that week. I'm sleeping at least between 10 and 12 hours at night, and then sometimes I still need a nap during the day. It's crazy. In addition to that, I have really vivid dreams. They can vary between nightmares, crazy funny dreams, or really crazy weird dreams. It can, like anything. And sometimes in the morning I'm like really confused and it takes me a second to just come back to real life, you know. So yes, so for my 9th week, all these symptoms from week 8 continued. None of them went away, but one thing changed. I had really, really bad vaginal discharge, which was white-ish, but it was so much and it was so wet that for the beginning, I always thought it was bleeding. And I always checked. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so wet. I can feel it coming out. Is it bleeding? Is it bleeding? I checked probably every 10 minutes because I was so scared that I would bleed again. Nothing there. I didn't even spot or anything. It was just the discharge. And I'm so happy about that because it just scared me in the beginning. In addition to that, I had little crampings every now and then, so that's why I thought, okay, is there blood? Because if it's cramping plus blood, you know, you think about a miscarriage again. But the cramping was probably just the uterus stretching, because it went away after a while and then sometimes it came back, but It was nothing severe and there was no bleeding, so everything seemed to be fine. My breasts that week got even bigger. Like, I mentioned it to my husband. I was like, can you check them out? Like, do they look bigger to you? And he was like, heck yeah, they look bigger to me. I was like, okay, so it's not just in my head because they feel so heavy. My back is sometimes hurting because of them. My bras don't fit at all. And he was like, well, yeah, they got bigger. So that was crazy. My appetite that week came back a little bit. I was able to eat a little bit more. Still, most of the things like broccoli and avocados and stuff, I still am not able to eat. But I was able to eat more than before. So that was good because I was still feeling nauseous every now and then. And it's hard for me to find something that I can eat that doesn't smell funky or that just tastes good for me. I think in addition, or I don't know if it's because of that, but I noticed that I had gas, lots of gas, and that was like hurting my stomach. It was cramping my stomach, it was hurting, and then I would pass the gas and then I would feel better, and then it would continue, and I usually have it in the afternoons or at night. So right before I go to bed, and then I'm like, oh, it hurts so much, and then it smells disgusting, and I feel bad for my husband. But it's just, I think it has to do with hormones. I noticed that it got worse when I ate onions or garlic. So I tried to avoid those. But I still have it. Not as bad, but I still do have it. So I don't know what causes it. It might be the hormones. I don't know. Anyways, everything else continued. Tiredness, acne, the smelling, yeah, you know, all that stuff. Then on to week 10. Every single one of these symptoms that from week 8 and week 9 continued. I still nauseous, tired, acne, gas, everything. But one thing that changed too was that I noticed that sometimes I was feeling dizzy and lightheaded. Except, for example, when I'm getting up way too fast, then everything turns black in front of my eyes and I'm just having to hold on to some furniture to make sure that I don't fall. But also sometimes when I just get like bent down too fast, then it happened as well. Then I see like little stars and everything. It's the weirdest feeling. So in the morning especially, I try to slow down when I get up, like sit down first, wait for a few seconds before I finally get up. That has helped. I'm sorry, I have like so much gas. I'm sorry. Yeah, and in addition to that, I noticed that I have lost weight. I lost a little bit over 1 kilogram. I don't know how much that is in pound, I'm sorry. But, which confused me in the beginning because I have not thrown up once during those 3 weeks. So I was confused why I lost weight. But I'm guessing it has to do because the baby needs more, like my body needs more food. But I'm eating less than before because I have so many aversions and nothing sounds good and nothing tastes good and I can't keep anything, like force myself to eat. So I'm guessing that has something to do with that. This week I also had my ultrasound. I had a doctor's appointment again and it was my ultrasound. And we're so excited that we saw the baby. It measured 2.5 centimeters already. We saw the little feet, like the little legs and the little hands. We could even see all 10 finger butts. They were really small and tiny, but she was like, oh, see, you can even see that it has fingers already. And it was just the cutest thing. And it wiggled around and it was waving. So it was like kind of like this. And it was so precious. We've never seen that before with all the other 3 babies. And it was just the cutest thing ever. We were so excited. My husband was so happy. He tried to make a video, but since he was so happy and nervous, he like sometimes forgot to hit record. So we only have 2 little clips of it. But still, we feel so blessed that everything is going fine so far. And I made a video for that appointment as well, and that will be the next video that goes up, so you can check that out if you want to. We were so excited. We feel so blessed that this time around, so far everything is going fine, even though we had the bleeding scare, that everything turned out great and that God has blessed us with this beautiful rainbow baby and that everything is going well so far. And I just can't thank him enough for sending us this little blessing. Yes, the next updates will be every other week from now on, because I don't think it will change. My symptoms will not change too much. So yeah, I will go from there, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. Bye. Oh, and this week I forgot, my mom gave Little Worm his first gift. Look, it's like this music, you can pull on it and it makes music. And it's so cute! First gift!